Ladies and gentlemen, episode number 4. Thank you for tuning in. We have a wonderful episode lined up for you. This week, we're going to be talking about none other than the powerful fluorite. Let's go. Before we get into this deep dive, I would just like to talk about energy and frequencies and vibrations. We are all energy. Energy is all around us. You are energy. I am energy. God is energy. The sun, the moon, the stars are energy. Our lovely earth is energy. And we all vibrate at a particular frequency. Humans vibrate anywhere between 9 and 16 hertz. The earth vibrates at 7.83 hertz. Most, if not all, things in organic nature vibrate harmoniously with each other. Now, this is bringing me to my first point. We live in a day and age where we are surrounded by electronic devices and technology that emits electromagnetic frequencies that are often inharmonious with our natural state of being. There's been a number of studies done that overexposure to electronic devices can often lead to hypertension, anxiety, headaches, migraines, nausea. This is why I feel fluorite is a extremely powerful stone to have in your collection. And I'm not just talking for crystal collectors, I'm talking for the whole world. It's been shown that fluorite can absorb and shield us from electromagnetic frequencies. With that being said, think about in your own living space. How many electronics do you have fired up at one time or another? I mean, we all have laptops or computers or cell phones, LED lights, earbuds, Wi Fi, Bluetooth, televisions, video games, you name it. Most of our devices are either plugged in or running on a battery. And all of those devices are emitting frequencies that put our natural state of being in a place of imbalance. So, how does fluorite help with this situation? Well, fluorite is known as the brainstone. So, it has the ability to simultaneously fire both the left and right side of the brain, allowing us to elevate spiritually into our higher mind to give us a better perspective of what's going on around us. A good friend of mine in Lebanon named Paul, he told me this wonderful saying, and I still use it to this day. He said, when in doubt, zoom out. You got that? When in doubt, zoom out. Fluorite is a stone of spiritual elevation. And when we think about getting into our higher mind and having a higher perspective of situations, we get a clear vision of what it is God is trying to tell us. Ultimately, like I said before, God will not put you in a situation you cannot handle. So it's up to us to kind of take a step back, zoom out of the situation, and figure out, what is this situation teaching me? What do I have to learn from this situation? How is this situation helping me grow, helping me heal? I'm going to get into a little bit of color therapy. Just a quick disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a licensed therapist, but colors mean something. There is a spectrum of visible light and invisible light, and when dealing with the visible, those colors affect us in certain ways. So even though there is a Generalized meaning for fluorite. When we start getting into different colors of fluorite, they could have a more targeted area of influence in our life. So here we go. First up, black fluorite. Ooh, we love black fluorite. Black fluorite is a powerful stone. It deals with removing negativity from your life. Okay? We live in a very strange time. Everything on TV has a negative element. Of course, there's some positive stuff there, but you got to dig. Um, you know, Sometimes we can get into the habit of having negative self talk, and that'll show up and manifest in our lives in a negative manner. If you talk down about other people, that will show up in your lives as well too. Black fluorite will absorb all of that negativity and release it. Okay, it'll help bring that awareness that we don't need to hold on to that negative sentiment. Get that salty taste out of your mouth and let the light in. Okay, you have a lot of love in your heart and the world needs to see it. So let all of that stuff go. There's an ancient saying that says holding on to negativity or anger is like holding on to a hot coal. You're the only one that's going to get burned, and that's the truth. So let it go. Let it go. Next up, we have blue. Blue fluorite. Okay? Fluorite. The name fluorite comes from the Latin word fluere. Okay? Fluere. That means to flow. So when we think of blue fluorite, you just gotta flow. Be like water. Let things happen. Don't try to force it. Okay? Sometimes the waters get choppy and the tides get rough. That doesn't mean panic. Okay? It does not serve you to panic. Sometimes you just gotta wait it out. Weather the storm and you'll live to see another day. All right? Just remind yourself, be peace, flow, and be like water. Next up, we have green fluorite. This stone right here is rainbow fluorite. It's the most common color in fluorite. It has greens and purples and sometimes pinks in there. But green in particular, a plain green fluorite, has to do with detoxing. It's okay to clean up and clean out. Your body is a temple and you need to treat it as such. Uh, the times get tough and sometimes we might overindulge. And I'm not just talking with substance, I'm talking with anything that we put in our bodies. It could be drugs and alcohol, it can be food, it can be what we watch, what we listen to. All of those things carry a vibration, and it's up to us to get self awareness, to develop that self love, and to treat ourselves and to heal ourselves. And if you need to detox, hold on to some green fluoride. See how it makes you feel. It can help you through that process because it's not easy. But there are tools and things out there that can help you become a better version of yourself. The next two stones I'm going to lump together. They're magenta and pink. They both work on issues of the heart. A majority of human beings suffer through some type of trauma. That trauma could happen unconsciously or consciously. It could happen at a time where we had no idea. It could have happened in the womb. It could have happened when we were 3 or 4 years old and we shoved it down and it might resurface when you're an adult. It could have happened last week. But when you work with stones, it just brings an awareness to certain traumas that we might have gone through. And having that awareness will allow us to begin that healing process. So those are very good stones to work on issues of the heart, having resentments, emotional trauma, or struggle. Really works with self love. Fantastic stone. Next, we have purple fluorite. And I talked about purple. Purple is my favorite color. We talked about purple in a previous video with amethyst, and purple fluorite works on kind of the same thing. It brings clairvoyance. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be able to see into the future. You might, but it just works on, bringing our spirit into our higher mind to give us a better perspective of the situations going on around us. Having that type of clairvoyance could kind of help us see through all the garbage and allow us to get to the truth faster. So it's a very powerful stone to kind of, realign your mental thoughts and bring mental clarity. Last but not least, in the colored fluorites, we have yellow. And we love yellow. Such a pretty color. Yellow fluorite deals primarily in wealth. Yes, baby, bring it. Show me the money. That's not the type of wealth I'm talking about. We're talking about spiritual wealth. How are you as a person? Are you kind? Are you giving? Are you faithful? Do you have hopes, dreams? Do you care about others? Can you show empathy? Can you reach out and help somebody? Are you a good role model? That's spiritual wealth. Has nothing to do with material possession, although the vibration is the same, right? It's almost the same frequency. So if you're internally wealthy, more often than not, you'll see that show up in areas of your life. So yellow is a good stone to tap into that inner treasure that is you. You are a gift to the world. So shine your light, spread that love, because the world needs more of that. Okay? It needs more of you. And that's about all I got for the fluorite. That was a long episode. I hope you all learned something this week. I had a lot of fun sharing this stuff with you. To do a quick little recap, fluorite works on shielding us and protecting us from those negative electromagnetic frequencies, right? Helps us get into the higher mind. It's a spiritually elevated stone, the brain stone, giving us a bird's eye view of everything around us. And in terms of the color, if you need more specific areas of help and guidance, I would recommend tapping into those stones. That's all I got. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you like what you saw, hit that thumbs up. If you want to see more, subscribe. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks again for being with me. I do appreciate it. Peace and blessings, everybody. Till next time. Bye.